Oh yeah, it's car talk time. Werewolf Pack. You know how we do it. Check this out. The new Super B has arrived. I already made a video about it. You know, essentially it's not a great car. I mean, I ain't gonna say it's not a great car. The people not receiving it well. And if you ask me for my opinion, I'm not really feeling it myself. But I am gonna say this about it. It's not a bad car. I'm not saying it like that. I'm not trying. Hold on. I'm not bought. I'm not one of those booty kissers. What I'm saying is, people is making it seem like it's like a horrible car. I'm not saying it's horrible. When I say, man, it's trash, I don't mean like performance-wise. It's not trash performance-wise. 600 horsepower ain't bad. I don't know when we started saying 600 horses was horrible. When did 600 horsepower become trash? Or 550? That's the motor is not the problem. A lot of people acting like the motor is trash. The motor is not trash. The inline six Hurricane motor is not trash. You know what's trash? The sound that is coming from that inline six is trash. It makes people not want to buy the vehicle. It makes people not like the vehicle because the sound is so pathetic. The sound is pathetic. You know, your car should not be sounding like an electric leaf blower. It can't sound like that. Now, I told Dodge, I know I'm just a little OT light, but if Dodge would have just listened to me, because I know Dodge watch all them channels, they watch everybody's channel, so I know they done saw my channel. I told you musty, dookie mouth scoundrels what to do. I said you need to downpipe it. You need to downpipe it so it goes pops and burbles. So when they would have been revving that motor up and it would have been popping and burbling, people would have forgot about that V8 sound. They would have forgot about that V8 sound. And another thing, when you came out with this car, why did you not just kill the old Charger off? You gotta show people this car smoking a Hellcat. You gotta do that to make them say, oh wait, this thing is faster than a Hellcat and I can get it for a cheaper price? Because right now, Hellcat's going for, if you want a fairly one with lower miles, they're going for top dollar. Now, especially after they saw this debacle that y'all just dropped. The Super B debacle just made everybody's Hellcat go through the roof. You could probably get an extra $10,000 for your Hellcat now. But if they would have just did what I said, man, go ahead and downpipe it, make that exhaust sound spectacular. They should have put all their focus on the sound. You gotta make that sound right. It doesn't sound right. And you gotta stop saying muscle car. It is not a muscle car. You gotta start calling it hyper muscle. I like the sound of that, hyper muscle. It's not a muscle car, it's a hyper muscle car. It's a difference. You gotta get people away from thinking this, because this is not a V8. A muscle car is a V8. This ain't a V8. This is an inline six. This is a hyper muscle car. Something different, or just hyper performance car. Now, we know it ain't like a supercar, but we can call it hyper, because 600 horsepower ain't nothing to sneeze at. I'm tired of people acting like it's fat. 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds. When is that trash? When is 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds trash? Your Hellcat can't do that. Your Red Eye can't do that. Your Demon can't do that. Even your Demon 160 can't do that, unless all them cars need for the surface to be perfect and they need for them tires to hook perfectly. I bet this Super B car can do that 3.6 seconds consistently. No problem. Every time, up and down the track. You can never get that from a Hellcat because it's rear wheel drive. If it's spinning, it ain't winning. I guarantee this car smoke a Hellcat. It'll smoke a Hellcat. I'm talking about 717, 707. I'm not talking about Red Eyes and Demons and all that. Off the line, it'll smoke them, though. Off the line, I guarantee this car will smoke them off the line. So I know that a lot of people is disappointed. And I'm disappointed, man. You can't be having Wiz Khalifa, black and yellow, and then you drop that? Nah, you can't do that. Now, you could have did that if you would have did what I said. If you would have had that exhaust sounding crazy, everybody would have been like, oh, that's crazy. They would have said, that's crazy, because you're doing burnouts and it's not impressive. When you doing burnouts and it's not impressive, you in trouble. Because a muscle car don't got no problem doing burnouts and everybody saying, ooh. I mean, we can still see the car. If you burning out crazy, I shouldn't be able to see the car. I shouldn't be able to see the car. What you should have did was put some different kind of tires on there to make the burnout look more ferocious. Tires that pump out a little more smoke. See, they don't know how to play the game. You got to play the game. If you're going to do a burnout, you got to have tires that produce more smoke, that make the burnout look more ferocious. Your exhaust got to sound, the thing got, you know how BMW sound when they downpiped and all that. You can put a simple little downpipe on that bad boy and a simple little burble tune. Not an over the top burble tune, but BMWs have a simple little burble tune, so it pops a little bit. I mean, you can get in a Toyota Supra and it's got a little burble tune. It makes little pops and burbles. Just a little bit so people can hear it. So you messed up when you did that. But as far as people saying the car is whack and it's not fast and it's too heavy. If it can go from 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds, I don't think it's too heavy. Because I don't know too many cars that can go from 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds. And it weigh like 5,000 pounds and it's doing that. It's amazing. Imagine if they can get rid of some of that weight. It'd probably be doing 3 2s. It's just the way you present the car is all wrong, man. Y'all keep presenting the car wrong. Y'all done pretty much this car right here is probably a lost cause, because your major mess up, in my opinion, was when you came out with the EV first. Because now everybody thinks that this car is an EV. Every time somebody see this car, they think about the EV. Even though it's a gas car, they look at it like they think EV, because they already automatically thinking it's an EV, it's a bad car. And it's not even an EV, it's a gas car. But when you came out with that EV first, you put a sour taste in everybody's mouth. So now every time somebody see this car, they're disgusted. They don't even want to give it a chance. They're just disgusted. And another thing, why did you get rid of the light bar to go all the way across? That was nice. Why did you get rid of that? I thought that was nice. And I bet a lot of other people thought that looked good at nighttime, that light bar going all the way across. What are you doing? Why are you taking away cool things from the car? Why would you take that away? That's a cool thing to have on the car, the light bar going all the way across. Why would you get rid of that? I mean, you got to make it make sense. And then you come out with the newer looking car and you don't make it aggressive looking enough. You needed side skirts on that car. You needed a nice diffuser. You needed it to sit maybe an inch lower than what it was sitting. But even if you would have put the side skirts on there and the diffuser, you wouldn't even have to. It wouldn't have to sit no lower, because you would have gave the illusion that it's sitting lower. But you had to have side skirts on that thing. You had to have a nice diffuser. They ain't had to be overly crazy, but you had to have some kind of side skirt on there to make it look a little more different than the other one. Yeah, you changed out the front fascia, but you ain't changing out enough for people to say it looked totally different. What I'm saying is, I know some of y'all people are watching this video. Tim, you might even be watching it. You gotta listen, man. I'm giving y'all free game. I'm giving you free game. I know cars. I know how to build cars. I know how to make a car look cool. I'm from the gutter. You know what that means? I'm from the hood, where we don't have much. And everybody copies off the people that grew up in the hood. You notice, remember when people from the hood used to have big wheels on their cars, 22s, 24s, and everybody said that was whack. Why do all trucks come out to 22s and 24s now? You notice that? Why are cars coming standard with 20s now? They got that from the hood. All the stuff that people from the hood do, it became popular. We are ahead of our time. And I ain't just talking about color. I'm talking about people from urban areas. They set the trends. You hear me? They set the trends. You need to be giving them cars to people from the urban area. You're giving them cars to people that not really in sync with the people like on Instagram. No people on Instagram don't know these people that you gave them cars to like that. Oh yeah, the race people do, but not like that. You need to be giving that stuff to people that they really know, they really follow. You should have gave it to some performance people. You should have gave a few cars to performance people, and then you should have gave a few cars to people that just hook cars up, like CJ on 32s. You should have gave him a car and said, hey man, would you hook this car for us and make it look nice? Because the man know what he doing. He could have made one that looked, CJ on 32s looking type car. He would have put 24s on it, set it low. He would have made that thing look crazy. Giving it to people like that. Give it to the more laid back type of crowd that hook cars up. You know, put the race type wheels on it instead of the big wheels, race type wheels, and made it look good. It ain't all about speed. You got enough horsepower. You got enough speed. We know what the car is capable of. You just missing out on the sound and the look, and you not in tune with the younger crowd. The younger crowd is what's gonna buy this car, not me. I'm 44. I like cars. I'll buy it if I want to. But you need to be getting the younger crowd. We like V8s my age. V8s like 30 and up, V8s. You need to be trying to get the guys that's 29 and down. That's who you should be trying to get, because they'll go for the inline six. They ain't really big. They don't know nothing about V8s like that. They would have went for the inline six if you could present it better. Why are you not in tune? Why are you not trying to find younger creators to push your car? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, are you crazy? Because let me say something, and listen to me, hear me out when I say this. A muscle car is from older cars, like the 80s babies, 90s babies, early 2000 type of and I'm not talking about grew up. I'm talking about when you grew up in the 90s, grew up in the 80s, grew up in the early 2000s. I ain't talking about being born in 2000. The people that was born in 2000 is the people that you should be trying to get to buy your car. Yeah, because they in their early 20s. Now, the people that grew up in the 90s and the 80s, it's going to be hard to convince them to get an inline six when it sound like that. But it ain't going to be hard to convince younger people. Those are the people you should have been going for. It's like y'all don't, it's like the people that's running the company, y'all not really car guys. Not you, Tim. I'm not talking about you. I know you a car guy. But the other people, it seems like they don't really know what's going on with the car culture. What pulls people in, what makes people want to go get your car. It's like y'all out of touch. It's like y'all just got some degrees and y'all hired some people and they just going along with the flow trying to get a check, like they don't really care. I mean, you dropped this car. And another thing, man, everybody's saying 600 horses. You said possibly 600 horses. They don't even, it may not even have 600 horses. It could have more or less. So we don't even know for sure if this is exactly what the car is going to look like. So you brung us another unfinished project. The car already looked like you rushed it and it's unfinished. And you bring us some more unfinished crapola. Listen, stop trying to push this car with more and more horsepower. If you're going to do it, listen, I always say, if you're going to do it, do it. Stop giving 50 horsepower. If you're going to do it, you got to do it. You got to drop the crescendo. You got to drop the crescendo. If you're going to do it, you got to do it big. You got to drop the big boy. You got to drop 700, 800 horses. You got to. You can't be dropping that 600 horses ain't going to cut it. 700, 800. It's got to be Hellcat power. You dropping this little bit of teeny weeny bit of power, that ain't going to cut it. That ain't going to cut it. And then they're like, oh, well, you know, the V8's probably going to come a little bit later. Exactly what my man said in the interview. Remember when I said, oh, they keep telling all these new cars coming out. It takes time to clear all that stuff. Remember I said that? Remember I said that all those videos ago? I kept saying, y'all keep saying this is that's gonna come in. Or they gonna put a V8 in the car. What did the T-Light say? How they gonna put a V8 in the car and they never even tested it? How they gonna put a V8 in the car and they ain't passed safety test, exhaust test, or whatever that is, environmental test? They ain't passed none of them tests. And you think they just gonna throw a V8 in there and say, let's go, let's sell them next year? I told y'all that's not possible. And here along comes, he tells you the same thing I said, but you act like I didn't say it. Listen, in order for this car to succeed, matter of fact, I don't think this car, I think you might have dropped the ball. 3 strikes, you're out. You dropped it with the EV version, you dropped the ball. Then you came with the inline 6 scat and inline 6 RT. You dropped the ball. That's 2. That's 3 cars you dropped the ball on. Now you just dropped another one. That's 4 strikes, man. You out. Y'all gonna have to scrap this one. Y'all gonna have to scrap this one, or you're gonna have to do what I said. Get in contact with some youngsters and let them hook the car up. And whatever the bill is, you got to foot it. Whatever they say it's gonna cost, you got to foot it. In order to make this car hot, it's the only way you're gonna save it. Because right now, it just ain't looking good, man. Y'all don't know what y'all doing. I'm gonna be all, y'all don't know what y'all doing. Tim Kaniskis, he know what he doing. I mean, anybody could have. Hold on, let me not say that anybody, because I can't say that. But it's not hard to make your company back successful. Put a Hemi back in the Ram, it was gonna become successful. And then you throw muscle trucks into it, put the Hellcat motors back into it, it was gonna become successful. It was gonna become successful. Now with the inline 6 for the Charger, y'all not gonna give up on that motor, so you might as well juice that bad boy up to the max and get as much horsepower out of it you can safely. Now, if 600 horsepower is the only amount of horsepower you can get out of that car safely, you in trouble. You are in trouble. But I just don't think that is, man. But as far as the car being horrible or trash, absolutely not, man. That car ain't trash. It's not trash. It just sounds trash. It sounds trash, man. Y'all just got to get a better exhaust. If you had a better exhaust, you would have been a hit at the show. But you didn't put no time in on the exhaust. You did. I can tell you did not put any time nor effort into that exhaust. In my opinion, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. That's why it was an ultimate flop. The numbers was not horrible. 600 horsepower, give or take, because we don't know if it's really 600 or not. 3.6 seconds in a 0 to 60, wonderful. Good torque, good power, and the car looked good. The only thing that failed, you try to do burnouts. We can barely hear the exhaust while you're doing burnouts. Then the burnouts don't look spectacular. It just didn't look like a muscle car. It didn't. So you failed. But with that being said, man, meet me in the comments. I figured I'd say a little bit something because I know y'all think I really hate the car. I don't hate the car. Never hated the car. I always said it looked good. It just looked unfinished. It looks unfinished, as well as it's rushed. And nobody is paying attention to the people. When are you going to listen to your customer base? It's your customer base. When are you going to listen to them? I'm just saying. And we don't even know how much the car gonna cost. If you selling a Scat, inline 6 Scat, fairly loaded for like $65,000, how much is a Super B gonna cost? 75, 80,000? It ain't gonna be cheap. These are the questions we gotta ask. But with that being said, like I said, meet me in the comments. Drop a couple of them hype points if you can. Let me leave y'all with some positivity. What's not yours is not yours. What hasn't happened for you, it just ain't happened for you. Eventually, if it's meant for you, it will happen for you. But if it doesn't, it just was never your time. Nothing is guaranteed. Success ain't guaranteed. Happiness ain't guaranteed. Money ain't guaranteed. Hell, the next 10 seconds ain't guaranteed. So what you crying about? Get out there, live your life to the fullest. Make something shake. Or at least try to. So that way, when you finally close your eyes for the last time, because we all got to die. We all got to close our eyes, and we all got to meet the maker one day. At least you can say, I tried. I gave it my best. And that's the only thing that mattered. I love you, Werewolf Puck. We up out of here. Werewolf.